Videography is at one Graiguecullen. He's assisted by Nathan Moran in the Bank of Commerce and James Mark on the platform there.
Game is just 1 minute old. Still waiting for the first score after a wide for Clough Ballacolla, poked out by John Lyons. Dropping it on the half forward line. A chance here, the opening score for Castletown. And Castletown, who won their first title back in 1974, have taken the lead from centre field player Brian Ferns. Barney or Brian, the long serving former senior player. Ball dropping out in the half forward line. Goes towards the experienced Paul Cuddy, another veteran of 20 years. Ballacolla on the attack. Johnny Fernand, their team captain. Ball going to break around the centre field. Breaks to the Castletown corner forward Kevin Carroll. Kevin Carroll in towards the full forward line. Going to be picked up here for Ballacolla by Kieran Ryan. And a long clearance out towards the centre of the field. Ball going out over the sideline. It'll be a line ball for Castletown. And it'll be taken by their half-back, Tag Dooley, a member of the very successful minor team who beat Portlaoise after a replay last week. Not a good line ball. Stopped by the Ballacolla man. Sets his side attacking again. They've only one poor wide. A chance here for their centre forward, Sean Corby. Owen Scully looks up, yes, and goes for the white flag. And the sides are level. A point by the centre half forward, Sean Corby. Cancelling out the point for Castletown, which was scored by Brian Ferns. Ball poked out towards the centre of the field. Going to break kindly for Castletown. On the attack is their half forward James Mullany, better known maybe for his soccer exploits. A chance there for the full forward. Good work by the full back Damien Hogan. Ball gone out towards the sideline. It's going to be another line ball for Castletown on the far side. Ball cleared out by centre half back for Clough Ballacolla down towards the corner forward. He's trying to get around his marker. A lovely strike from number 15, but it's the second wide of the game by Kieran Fanan. Second wide for Clough Ballacolla, but the sides are level, a point apiece after 4.5 minutes of play in the Laois Junior Hurling Championship final. The prize for the winners here is the Father Phelan Cup, first presented way back in 1963 when the first recipient was Christy Wallace from the Ballapickles Club. Castletown on the attack, a good ball in towards Paul Cuddy. He'll take a lot of marking, he sends a lovely hand pass in. And a hand pass goes back, a chance for Paul Cuddy and a goal maybe. Oh, well taken goal by Paul Cuddy, but a lovely passing movement from one player to the other and went back to Paul Cuddy. And from 25 metres out, a man with his experience, with having won Railway Cup medals in Rome and Laois County medals here in O'Moore Park, he certainly won't to miss a chance like that. And Castletown take the lead. They've already won the Junior C Championship title. Clough Ballacolla on the attack. Goes back to Kieran Fanan. He hit the last one wide. This one's going to go very near the end line. John Lyons has it under control. And well cleared out on the far side by the young man Owen Dooley. Ballacolla in the attack again with Paul Cuddy, causing major problems out there for the team captain for Clough Ballacolla, Johnny Fanan. Castletown on the attack again, hooped and brought down. Ball goes to Mark Delaney, loses it, goes back to get it the second time. Pat Moran says it's a free out, a foul on a Clough Ballacolla player, awards a free. Pat won't be awarding too many frees, and relieving some of the pressure on Clough Ballacolla as they hope to add to their already impressive array of silverware, which was helped yesterday by victory in the under 16 B hurling final, a 1-point victory over Rosenallis. Sean Corby loses it, goes back to the centre field player though, Eddie Shirley, another long serving player, goes to Johnny Fanan. Johnny Fanan loses it, going to go towards Paul Cuddy, but the ball's beaten, going back in towards Owen Peters. Sends out to the half back line. And a long clearance up the field. Danger in here as it goes towards Graiguecullen. Wedge cleared out by the Ballacolla defence, under a lot of pressure in the opening 10 minutes here. Well taken by Jim Doyle, but Jim Doyle, a senior player, a man with senior experience, his shot is well blocked down, going to break down towards Brian Corby. Brian Corby is robbed by Paul Cuddy. Paul Cuddy sends a lovely ball in. Castletown man goes to but Pat Moran's not interested. Too long around for that kind of a thing for Pat Moran. He ignores the pleas, but it goes to the man that got the only score for Ballacolla, Sean Corby. He's on a bit of a roll, but he has two Castletown men around him. Gets it in towards the inside full forward, and a good point. A point from the full forward, Mick Dunphy, another very experienced player. Won a junior hurling medal when Clough Ballacolla won the title way back in 2007. And the scoreboard reads 1-1 to Castletown, 2 points for Clough Ballacolla, and we just gone over 8 minutes of play in this Laois junior hurling final. A trophy first won by Castletown way back in 1974, captained by the late Kieran Dunphy. Well caught on the half back line by Graiguecullen, one of the younger members of the Castletown team. Ball going to break in from Graiguecullen. Ballacolla coming more into the game. A good strike. Owen Scully looks up and he goes for the flag. A point from, I think it was Jordan Walsh. Very impressive in the league campaign. Scoring the third point of the afternoon for Ballacolla. Ball breaking towards Brian Ferns. Towards the full-back Damien Hogan for Clough Ballacolla. They've come more into the game since conceding that goal to Paul Cuddy, and on the attack is Ray Cummins, a man who spent a number of years in Australia, back home and hurling well. But Tom Phelan is in there, the old reliable full-back for Castletown. Gets the ball in towards Ger Cuddy, in towards Graiguecullen. Really well. That time he awards the free into the team captain Ger Cuddy. A chance for Paul Cuddy to extend the Castletown lead. He's already contributed a goal. The point coming from another former senior player, the openings for the game, Brian Ferns. Free to be taken by Kevin Carroll. Extends the Castletown lead. Point from Kevin Carroll, and we're playing just 10.5 minutes. 1, 2 to 3 points. Castletown lead. Their neighbours from Mahabo, Clough Ballacolla. Well taken by Brian Ferns, having a fine game at centre field. He's really rolling back the years. And another foul on the Castletown man. Their full forward, Damien Hogan, didn't think it was a free, but Pat Moran from a distance didn't think the free. And a simple opportunity, I would think, for... Is Ger Cuddy going to try the free, or is he going to leave it instead to Kevin Carroll? Bending, lifting and striking. The umpire looks up. Another point for Castletown. They're now 3 points ahead, 1-3 to 3 points. Kevin Carroll add to his total. Good puck out from the goalkeeper for Clough Ballacolla, Tommy Nolan. Ball going to break kindly for Jimmy Doyle. Jimmy Doyle sends a lovely ball down towards Tom Phelan and the full forward Mick Dunphy. Two old stagers who played at senior level. Ball breaks out to Corby. Shot blocked down. Goes after it again. And a foul on Shane Corby. And a free in. Clough Ballacolla, who appeared in the final here 2 years ago, narrowly beaten by Portlaoise. And a chance here for, is it Ray Cummins is the man that's going to take it? Bending, lifting and striking. It's Jordan Walsh with his second point. Jordan Walsh from the free makes it 4 points for Clough Ballacolla with 1 goal and 3 points for Castletown. And we're now playing 13 minutes. Ball going to break around Paul Cuddy. Breaks kindly for Paul Cuddy. Hand passes it out to the wing, well taken. Won't go in there towards Damien Hogan and the full forward in there. Garrow got him. Kept in play, got out over the end line. Lee Moran says is wide. One of the few wides in the game so far. And it'll be a puck out for Tommy Nolan in the Clough Ballacolla goal. This time he tries the Abbey League side of the ground. Well taken by the Clough Ballacolla full back line. Ball going to break out for Ray Cummins, but there's two Castletown men waiting for it. Now there's two Ballacolla men around the one Castletown man, and they're going back to the midfielder Eddie Shirley. Shirley shot blocked down and goes towards Paul Cuddy. Strong, dangerous looking ball into Tommy Nolan's hand. A bit of a tussle in there with the Castletown full back and the Clough Ballacolla full forward but full back, and ball cleared out over the line. Be a line ball for Castletown to be taken by Garrod Kirwan. Ball breaks the corner forward for Castletown, Kevin Carroll. Could he add to his tally? Going to drop out over the end line. Another wide for Castletown. This is their second or third wide. Ball broken down towards Brian Ferns. Good ball from Brian Ferns. Goes to the centre half back Johnny Fanan for Clough Ballacolla, and team captain, he gets it back in towards John Kane. Another man who's played senior hurling with Clough Ballacolla gets the ball back out. And a long clearance down the field by centre half back Johnny Fanan. But waiting for it out there is two Castletown men. But goes to a Ballacolla man, and referee Pat Moran says spotted a foul on the Clough Ballacolla man as he tried to get away, and a chance maybe a chance here for Jordan Walsh. Has been their top scorer in the championship. Right in front of the goal, no breeze hardly. Jordan Walsh with a shot and Jordan Walsh with a point. And the margin is back to 1 point after 16 and a half minutes of play. Ball going to break around centre field. Well caught by the half-back Kieran Hyland. Kieran Hyland gets it out towards the centre half forward. Sean Corby, he got the opening score for Clough Ballacolla. In there is Tom Phelan. Ball poked out. What a break towards the corner back for Clough Ballacolla, Kieran Ryan. Gets a good ball down the wing to the half forward over there, Brian Corby, one of the two Corbys, the other is playing centre half forward. A good passing movement from Clough Ballacolla, a chance of a score here. Oh, the ball is knocked in by Tom Phelan. An own goal by the full-back, the experienced Tom Phelan, and the equally experienced John Lyons. But what Tom Phelan meant, the ball obviously spun out of his hand, knocked into the net, and Clough Ballacolla are in front, 1-5 to 1-3 after 18 minutes of play. A terrible mistake by the Castletown defence. But they're hurling well. Brian Ferns is beaten though. Ball goes to Ray Cummins. Ray Cummins is fouled. And Pat Moran explains to Brian Ferns exactly what happened. And now he'll explain to Paul Cuddy exactly what happened, but the result will no doubt be the same. It'll be a free for Clough Ballacolla. Paul Cuddy certainly not happy. Ballacolla are leading 1-5 to 1-3. An OG from Tom Phelan. He lives on the border down there in Cudda, but no doubt he didn't mean to be that generous. A chance here for Ballacolla to extend their lead. Jim Doyle, the experienced Jim Doyle, but Owen Scully looks up, it's gone out over the end line. And wide in the rim, score remains 1-5 to 1-3. And John Lyons, who 20 years ago was in goal when they won their first senior championship title here in O'Moore Park, beating Portlaoise. Paul Cuddy. Well, Paul gets a free and is in a scoreable position as Kevin Carroll steps up to this one. A chance to narrow the gap after Castletown had led for the opening 18 minutes. Kevin Carroll a shot and Kevin Carroll a point. On 5 to 1-4, 20 minutes gone in the Laois Junior Hurling Final. Kevin Carr bringing his total to 3 points. Jordan Walsh on 3 points. Ballacolla on the attack. A lovely hand pass in, a chance of a goal! Mick Dunphy, was it? Oh, and John Lyons' goal has taken a hammering in the last couple of minutes. He had hardly touched the ball except for puck-outs before that, and twice he's picked the ball out of the back of the net in the space of 3 minutes. Mick Dunphy with the finish. But I think it was young Brian Corby who set it up, and a beautiful finish. And now there's, all of a sudden, there's 4 points in it again. Paul Cuddy tries to raise the troops here. Sends a high ball in, but this time it's going out over the end line and wide. Paul's not happy with that one, but no Hawkeye here, but the umpire is adamant. (2-5 to 1-4), 21 and a half minutes gone in the Laois Junior Hurling Final. Going to break out towards Paul Cuddy. Brian Ferns. Paul not as influential as he might have been earlier in the game. And the ball is cleared out by Kieran Ryan for Clough Ballacolla. Over towards the half forward. Brian Corby, the man that set up Mick Dunphy for that well taken second goal. 2-5 to 1-4. John Palmer sends a long ball in towards the team captain Ger Cuddy. Ger Cuddy goes to the ground. a chance for Brian Ferns, but this time another experienced player sent the ball out over the end line and wide. The score remains 2-5 to 1-4. 22 minutes gone. Tommy Nolan not in any great hurry to puck out the ball. Brian Ferns under it again. Ballacolla coming very much into the game. But the centre half back, John Palmer, tries to get rid of the ball. Not too easy when you're surrounded by 2 or 3 players in there. Another man helping out is Graiguecullen. Ball breaks towards Paul Cuddy this time. Lovely pass out to the wing. And a fabulous shot in from James Mullaney in towards the full forward. Oh, the goalie leaves it behind him. And the pass, Clough Ballacolla defence in a bit of a tangle, but John Keane gets the ball down along the far side and well cleared out, well down the field. Going to break towards the centre field player Eddie Shirley, going very near the sideline. Kept in play by Owen Dooley for Castletown. Brian Ferns, the distinctive red helmet. The only waiting for the hero is Eddie Shirley. Oh, knocked away and falls beautifully for Paul Cuddy. Tries to set up an attack here for the full forward. Graiguecullen, well caught by Gahan. Oh, the referee blows his whistles, or does he? Oh, play goes on. Play goes on. It seemed to be a foul on Graiguecullen as he caught the ball, but Pat Moran not interested. And Lee Moran indicates to him that there was no foul involved, and play continues. And a line ball for Castletown here after 24 minutes. It will be taken by their halfback Graiguecullen. Put into the centre. A wild pull there by Clough Ballacolla, centre half back. Pat Moran right up beside it, blew it and awarded a free in. A silly free to be given away by the captain. And Kieran Carroll, no doubt, will try to reduce the margin. Kevin Carroll beside our trailing. Our trailing is by 4 points. Bends, lifts and strikes straight over the bar from Kevin Carroll. Approaching the 25th minute. 2-5 to 1-5. Clough Ballacolla lead. Kevin's 4th point. Breaks to the centre half forward. He's coming more into the game. Sean Corby. Well, ball breaks kindly for the man who set up the goal. A chance for Jordan Walsh. Castletown are back defending in numbers as the ball breaks out kindly for Kieran Fannan. Kieran Fannan gets it back out the field. Oh, well intercepted though for Castletown. Well caught by Paul Cuddy, back helping out to the defence. He sends a great ball up towards Graiguecullen again. This time he gets around his man, and this time surely a free at it. No, a referee blows his whistle. No advantage and a chance here to narrow the gap. Graiguecullen definitely fouled. He probably allowed him the advantage, and when no advantage accrued, he awarded a free in, and surely a chance. Will they go for a goal? There's only a goal between the sides and less than 5 minutes to go to half time. Probably settle for a point, Kevin Carroll. Kevin Carroll appears to be carrying some kind of an injury. Thought it might be an opportunity for Paul Cuddy for blasting operations, but Kevin Carroll's going to settle for a point. Narrows the gap to 2 points with just over 3 minutes to go to half time. 2-5 to 1-6. The scoreboard reads Kevin Carroll deadly accurate from frees, He's already posted 5 points. Ball going to break very near the end line, sideline, out towards Kevin Carroll. With a line ball for Clough Ballacolla. This will go very far, goes towards Kevin Carroll though. Clough Ballacolla man all on his own in here. John Kane. John Kane is hooped. 3 Castletown men around him. Moran will hop the ball. Clough Ballacolla trying to play down this until half time. They're leading by 2 points, having trailed for most of the opening 18 minutes. Paul Cuddy gets away. Lovely hand pass out to the experienced Brian Ferns. Ferns is shot and straight over the bar. A good point by Brian Ferns. And now the margin is just a single point. But the experienced, lovely pass from Paul Cuddy out to Brian Ferns. They've done it all before at senior level. Ball breaks out, going to break kindly for the Corbies. Goes to Eddie Shirley. Eddie Shirley is robbed by Brian Ferns. Going to break towards the centre back and captain. Goes back to another Clough Ballacolla man, the corner back Kieran Ryan, and Kieran Ryan sends a long relieving clearance. Way down, but waiting for down there is John Palmer, is it? The centre half back. Gets it out here to Garrod Kirwan. A pan pass to Paul Cuddy, and Paul Cuddy sends a great ball in towards the full forward. He's in towards Garrod. He's winning a lot of ball, but he loses this one to the full back, Damien Hogan. Damien Hogan gets it back to Kieran Ryan, and Kieran Ryan sends a great relieving clearance. Having a fine game here at cornerback is Kieran Ryan. Clough Ballacolla in the attack. Goes back towards the half-back Jim Doyle. Jim Doyle looking for a score. A chance of a goal here. Goal number 3. Oh, Tom Phelan. Did he foul him? Or was it Owen Dooley? But certainly Pat Moran blew the whistle. Looks like a free in. Brian Ferns having word with Pat Moran. That's unlikely to influence Pat. And a chance for Jordan Walsh. A half net into injury time. There's a point between the sides in favour of Clough Ballacolla. Chance for Jordan Walsh for him to get his 4 point and put 2 points between the sides, and probably what is to be the last action of the opening half. Jordan Walsh strikes it straight over the bar. Point for a free makes it 2 goals and 6 points for Clough Ballacolla, 1 goal and 7 after 31 minutes of play. And the referee Pat Moran blows the half-time whistle in Moore Park in the Laois Junior Hurling Championship final, with the scoreboard reading Clough Ballacolla 2 goals and 6 points, Castletown 1 goal and 7 points. Referee throws in the ball for start of the second half. Scoreboard reading 2-6 to 1 Sever. in favour of Clough Ballacolla, winners of the title last in 2007, with a young man called Shane Corby scoring 7 points. And today, two young Corbys, Brian and Sean, playing an important part here for Clough Ballacolla as they lead by 2 points. But Castletown have a free in the opening stages. And Pat Moran, although a good way away from the ball, could it be a 1-1 penalty? Already Tommy Nolan has made up his mind that he's going to be on his own for this one. A penalty in Moore Park, the first of this game. John Gahan was causing major problems for the fullback Damien Hogan in the opening half, and it's Paul Cuddy with a chance to regain the lead for Castletown Slieve Bloom, looking for their first title since 1998. He bends, lifts, strikes, shot. Oh, great save by the keeper, Tommy Nolan. What a save. A good shot from Paul Cuddy, but well read by Tommy Nolan. And a 65. Paul Cuddy's second attempt from a placed ball. His penalty was brilliantly saved by Tommy Nolan. Paul Cuddy a shot, and this time he makes no mistake. A good point from Paul Cuddy. Score 2-6 to 1-8. Castletown on the attack again. The attack half broken up there by Jim Doyle. Cleared out into the Castletown half of the field. Ball knocked out. Well, the linesman says play on. Goes to the centre half forward. Sean Corby. Well taken by Tom Phelan, still haunted by that goal. And OG just before maybe 20 minutes or so of play when his side were leading. Tom Phelan, no nonsense. John Palmer sends it out over the sideline. And a line ball for Clough Ballacolla to be taken by one of the Corbys. Brian, I think, steps up to this one. Side leading by a single point. 2.5 minutes into this game. Pat Moran blows his whistle. He awards a free in to Clough Ballacolla. No doubt Jordan Walsh will be hoping to add to his tally of 4 points in the first half. Had a fine game here in the league final against the other half of this parish. That was against Slieve Bloom. Jordan Walsh, left-handed strike, bending, strikes, and if he can do it at one end, he can certainly do it at the other end. Jordan Walsh. Making the score 2-7 for Ballacolla, 1-8 for Castletown, Slieve Bloom, their neighbours. Bringing Jordan's tally to 5 points is John Lyons. Captain Leash in the National Hurling League in Thurles. Ball cleared out by Kieran Ryan, but cleared back down there for Castletown. Didn't break kindly for Gahan that time, but going back to him a second time. He won a penalty. There's a sub in the Clough Ballacolla team. I'm not too sure who's gone off, but it looks like the experienced Pat McAvoy, who's playing in defence, would have played in the county final here a couple of years ago when they were beaten by Portlaoise. I think in fact Pat was the team captain that day. They had no luck. A long relieving clearance from experienced Pam Mack. Going to break out towards the half forward over here, Ray Cummins. Ray Cummins won an under 21 medal here in 2004 when Ballynakill were denied 3 in a row. Ball into Gahan again. He's looking for help. He has Ger Cuddy. Ger Cuddy, a shot! Oh! Tommy Nolan won't be easily beaten here. Hand pass out goes towards Paul Cuddy. Paul Cuddy, a dangerous looking shot, dipping shot, blocked by Tommy Nolan. Oh, well cleared out by the Clough Ballacolla defence. A bit of a skirmish in there with Ger Cuddy and his opposition. Pat Moran is pointing the finger. Not too sure what the decision might be. What could be a free out for Castletown? Or is it a 65? A free to Clough Ballacolla. Pat Moran says where the ball landed. Jim Doyle, one of the many Doyles to play in defence for Clough Ballacolla. A lovely ball dropping in out over the end line. Lee Moran indicates the ball has gone out over the end line and wide. John Lyons, his father Jimmy, played for many years with Cudda. Then he played with Camross, won several medals with Camross. Paul Cuddy. His father Paddy played here in 1974 in the junior final. Ball goes out over the end line and wide. The scoreboard remains 2-7 to 1-8. 2 points, just 2 points between these closely matched neighbours. Lovely ball out towards Eddie Shirley. Ball dropping in towards the half forward line in there for Clough Ballacolla. Graiguecullen. Lovely hand pass out towards Owen Dooley. Owen Dooley. Shot only going to go towards the middle of the field, but go towards Paul Cuddy. Ball knocked away from Paul Cuddy. Eddie Shirley. A high dropping ball was that. Jordan Walsh, well caught by John Lyons. Ball breaks towards John Palmer, number 21, winning captain here in 2001. Sends a lovely ball down here towards the full forward line. He's looking for Ger Cuddy. Ball breaks away from Ger Cuddy, but it doesn't break away from Garrod Gahan. A chance of a point from Gahan. A shot and a bad wide by Garrod Gahan. At a time they needed a score. And the Clough Ballacolla defence having a bit of a charmed life in there as Tommy Nolan sends a high ball out towards the centre of the field. Going to break towards Brian Ferns. Ball going very near the sideline, going to be kept in play though. Referee Pat Moran. Jack Peters, who came on a sub at half time, he's indicating it's a free in for Castletown. And Paul Cuddy, well, he has scored him from this distance, but he might be just happy to drop it in around the parallelogram. Paul Cuddy. Bends, lifts and strikes. A great ball from Paul Cuddy and it goes straight over the bar. That makes the score 2-7 to 1-9. A single point separated the sides. From a free, 38 minutes gone. Jack Peters gets it to Barney Ferns. And Barney sends a high ball in towards the full forward. He's looking for Garrod Gahan. Well caught in there by Kieran Ryan to Jack Peters. Jack, a lovely hand pass into Paul Cuddy. Paul bundled out away, but he finds Barney Ferns and a chance for Barney to narrow the gap still further. But a good point by Barney Ferns. Has 2 points in the space of 2 minutes and the sides are levelled. It's 2 goals and 7 points to Clough Ballacolla. A goal and 10 points for Ballion-Cashlon. Ball breaks out to one of the Corbys. Graiguecullen's in there trying to break up the attack. Pat Moran blows his whistle. Was there a foul on Ray Cummins? Ray Cummins, or the centre forward Sean Corby. Bends. Jordan Walsh restores the lead. To 110. How crucial might that goal be from Tom Phelan? Unfortunate for Tom Phelan. John Lyons to put out. Ball breaks to Ger Cuddy, the captain. He'd love to lift the Father Phelan Cup. He gets it back towards Paul Cuddy. Goes towards Barney Ferns, the man who got the equaliser a couple of minutes ago. He also scored in the first half. Stalemate in there. Ball going to Jack Peters. Goes to Paul Cuddy again. Paul Cuddy goes to the ground. No for each to the referee. A chance here for Ger Cuddy to get the equaliser, and he does. It's 2-8 to 111. 41 and a half minutes gone. Ger Cuddy with his first point. Ball breaks up kindly for Corby. A shot and out over the end line and wide. Ryan Corby. John Lyons, a busy man in the second half. Well blocked down. Oh, here comes Corby again. A chance this time. Out over the end line and wide. Two bad wides in a row. Sean thought that it was inside the post. There wasn't an awful lot in it. And John Lyons continues to poke them back out. The sides are level. 42 and a half minutes gone. Ball going to break kindly for the fullback. Fullback is beaten Ger Cuddy. A new lease of life for Gerry. He gets a lovely ball in toward Jack Peters with Jack Peters fouled. The referee says no. Ball going to break out to Paul Cuddy. Trying to get past a couple of defenders, and that's not easy. Ball knocked away, and it'll be a line ball for Clough Ballacolla. It will be taken by Kieran Highland. Ball going to break towards the Castletown half back was Ty Dooley. Ty Dooley, but waiting for it out there was Brian Corby. Brian Corby tries to get it in. Gets an attack moving. Mick Dunphy roving out a lovely ball in towards the half. Now Ray Cummins. Cummins with a shot and a goal by Ray Cummins. But it was a lovely ball in from Mick Dunphy. Makes it 3-8 to 111.
Is it 12 or 11 scoring?
12. 3 goals and 8 points to 1 goal and 11 points. A chance for Paul. Could he get a point back and go over the bar? It's 3-8 to 112. Tommy Nolan to puck out in the goal. Here comes Clough Ballacolla again. Foul on Brian Corby. The score remains 3-8. That's 17 points for Clough Ballacolla. A goal and 12 for Castletown. That's 15 points. And there's 15 minutes left in the game. A very well worked ball from Mick Dunphy. Had moved out from the full forward line. Lovely pass for Ray Cummins, and the man who spent a couple of years down in Australia, having won an under-21 medal here in 2004, returns to score what could prove to be a crucial goal. Jordan Walsh, a chance to increase the tally to 3 points. Bending, lifting and striking from Jordan Walsh. And this time Lee Moran takes Clough Ballacolla on the attack. Brian Corby. Ball goes back to Ger Cuddy, back to Paul Cuddy, the man that got a goal a couple of minutes ago to put Castletown back in front. Gets it back to Ger, the captain. Gets it back towards John Palmer, the centre half back. Rides a couple of tackles. John Palmer, a high ball in towards Garrod Gahan and the fullback Damien Hogan. Ballacolla cleared their lines, but they're trailing by a single point, 2-12 to 3-8. Ball gone up towards the half forward line. Desperate measures. Mick Dunphy set up a great goal a couple of minutes ago. Is he about to set up maybe the equaliser here for Corby? A shot from Corby on a point by Sean Corby. But again it was Mick Dunphy, the old head of Mick Dunphy, the son of Mick, who had sent in a lovely pass. Corby shot straight over the bar. Substitute on the Castletown team. Looks very like Barry McKelvey, the former Rathdowney player. Who's gone off? Is it the veteran? John Palmer. John Palmer, the centre half back, has been replaced by Barry McKelvey. With less than maybe 9 minutes to play. 3-9 to 2-12. Can they be separated? John Lyons. Out towards Ger Cuddy. Still Ger Cuddy. Won a minor medal back in 1992. At that time he was playing in the goal. Gets it out towards the sub. Is it a chance for McKelvey? Still McKelvey. Hand passes the ball across. Oh, well blocked out by the Clough Ballacolla defender. Goes back, a shot. Oh, great save by Tommy Nolan. And the referee Pat Moran has blown his whistle. Is it for a free out? But a great save by Tommy Nolan. Substitute on the Clough Ballacolla team, Brendan Doherty. Play resumes. Castletown in pursuit of a first title since 1998. The men from the Hawthorn in search of a double. They've already won the senior championship. A great ball cleared out the field there by Ty Dooley. He's looking for the substitute. Barry McKelvey has played senior, of course, with Castletown. Ball out towards Kevin Carroll. He's scored a lot of points from frees, but he hasn't scored from play, and he's not going to score from one now. As Owen Scully waves his arms. The scoreboard says 3-9 to 2-12. That's a draw match. And the scoreboard also says less than 5 minutes. There will be a couple of minutes of injury time. Red puck out by Tommy Nolan. Every puck out will be crucial now. Paul Cuddy, scorer of that great goal, scorer of a couple of great points. Ball breaks out towards the captain, Johnny Fannan. Mick Dunphy goes to the ground. Is it a free in for Castletown? For Clough Ballacolla? Jordan Walsh is lining up, and certainly the experience of Michael Dunphy. Not a great goal, but he's set up a very important goal too for Ray Cummins, and a chance for Jordan Walsh to regain the lead as we enter the fourth last minute of this junior hurling final. Jordan Walsh bends, lifts and strikes and sends it over the bar. Another substitute on the Clough Ballacolla team. That's 3-10 to 2-12. The substitute would appear to be John Doyle. Another member of the famous clan. He's replacing the young man Kieran Hyland. Five minutes to go. Ball breaking down towards Paul Cuddy. Castletown man goes to the ground, no freezes the referee. Ball out to Johnny Fannan, left-handed strike from Johnny, looking for the red helmeted Michael Dunphy. A nice pass out to the corner forward, Kieran Fannan. Kieran Fannan gets a second chance, he's looking for Mick Dunphy. Oh, well knocked away though by Barney Ferns. Back helping out to the defence. Here comes the substitute, John Doyle, a very experienced player. He gets it across to Kieran Fannan. Fannan is shot, and Liam Moran goes for the flag. "57 minutes gone. 2 points between the sides. 3-11 to Clough Ballacolla. That's 19. That's 20 points to 2-12. That's 18 points. Ball breaks down towards Jack Palmer. Came in a sub. Ger Cuddy. If he's to lift the cup, they'll need a goal maybe at this stage. Ball going very near the sideline on the far side. The man had got that great point a couple of minutes ago. Kieran Fannan. Kieran Fannan, a shot across the goal mouth. Out towards. Oh, well taken away though. By the cornerback Owen Peters, was outstanding here in the minor final. Lovely ball down, but there's nobody up here, only 3 men. And one of them is the fullback, Damien Hogan. Ball going to break down here for the corner. Oh, Jordan Walsh, a wild pull by Owen Peters. Untypical mistake by Owen Peters, but gifting Clough Ballacolla a chance to go 3 points ahead in the closing stage. Is very reminiscent of the senior final when they were level with 5 minutes to go with Camross, and they scored 3 great points, all coming from the hurl of Stephen Picky Marr. But it's a Jordan Walsh who's to put him 3 points ahead now with less than 2 minutes of normal time. Jordan Welch bends, lifts, right. He makes it 3-12 to 2-12. 58 minutes gone. Castletown need a goal if they're to bridge that 17-year gap. And they don't look like getting it. The ball gone out over the sideline, a line ball. John Marr of Rathdowney says it's a line ball for Clough Ballacolla. Clough Ballacolla trying to slow down the game. Bad line ball goes towards Kevin Carroll, gone out for another line ball. Again, it's for Clough Ballacolla. They won't mind, they'll do this all day for the remainder of the game. But he's now indicated that in actual fact it's the Castletown Sleeve Loom line ball. This will be crucial. Is it Kevin Carroll, the man, the free taker? And oh, he missed the first time. Ball low, breaks kindly to the breaks kindly for Johnny Fannan, the captain. Johnny Fannan gets it to the captain, John Doyle. John Doyle, a good ball from John Doyle. Goes towards Barney. Has had a wonderful game. Owen Peters gave away a free, but he sends a great ball down towards the full back line. Going to break towards Ger Cuddy. Ger Cuddy tries to get it along the ground. In there too is Barry McKelvey. A bit of holding. The referee says play on. Pat Moran says play on. He's going to break towards Paul Cuddy. Got one goal. He'll need to get another one if he's to get a junior medal to go with the 8 senior medals he already has. And he's fouled. It's a bit far out, but a point wouldn't be a lot of good at this stage because we've already played almost 61 minutes in this junior hurling championship, thrilling junior hurling championship final. 35 years ago, Clough Ballacolla went back to the intermediate grade when they defeated Timahoe, but they were back in junior 10 years later when they beat Timahoe again in 1990, having lost to Mountrat sensationally in the 89 junior final. The man to take it is Garrod Gahan. He'll be going low, bending, lifting, striking. A goal! A goal by Garrod Gahan! A sensational goal! And surely Pat Moran will blow. Oh, what a shot by Garrod Gahan! Nobody saw it. A crowded goal mouth. 3 goals and 12 points to 3 goals and 12 points. Pat Moran blows the whistle. There might have been another bit of injury time, but cut your losses. Tommy Nolan hops his hurley off the goalpost He can't believe it because he made a couple of sensational saves, including a penalty from Paul Cuddy. He's disgusted. He was the last man back, but there was 10 men in front of him. The ball went in, but what a shot from Graiguecullen to make the scoreline. 3 goals and 12 points for Clough Ballacolla. 3 goals and 12 points for Castletown. I don't think there'll be extra time. It'd be a pity if there was, because these two teams certainly deserve another day. It'll probably cause a few bits of confusion for the fixtures committee, but none of will be complaining here. Clough Ballacolla, led by Mick Dunphy, heading off the pitch. They will be hugely disappointed, but they trailed for a lot of this game. They lost the lead when Paul Cuddy scored that fabulous goal. But this game will remember for some great scores on either sides. Ray Cummins getting that goal to give his side back the lead. Paul Cuddy having gotten the goal earlier on. And first half goals from Mick Dunphy as well. All great scores, and some great points by Jordan Walsh, and some great points by the free taking on both sides. Kevin Carroll for Castletown. And Ger Cuddy and Johnny Fanan, they'll be going home empty-handed